I want to read this. I intended to open with it, and it's on the press sheet for the book, and it really encapsulates the things we're going to touch upon. In Failed State, Christopher Moritz dissects the unraveling of the Golden State with the precision of a lawyer, the depth of a historian, and the heartbreak of a California native son who has witnessed its collapse firsthand. That spoke to me as a California native daughter. Through disturbing, relentless detail drawn from whistleblowers, law enforcement insiders, and classified reports, he exposes the corrosive and deadly impact of progressive policies that have prioritized criminals over victims, cartels over citizens, and ideological dogma over law and order. Of course, it goes on from there, but I wanted to start there in particular because if you don't care about California, like you just said, people in New York don't get it, they don't care. It's the policies. And the policies, I would argue, are contagious.
Yes.
We're seeing them crop up in blue cities across the country. People are posting, this is Portland. And it's like homeless people flopped out with
it's a cancer.
Their own excrement. And this is Seattle, and you have the chop zone of a takeover of downtown.
Seattle might actually be worse.
I've heard that.
It's worse.
I have heard the same. Now you're seeing Denver. I have friends in Colorado that are now leaving Colorado to go to Wyoming.
Yep.
And you're just seeing this mass exodus. And you already referenced jobs, of course, but then it becomes, why are the companies leaving and all of that? And there's so much to cover here, but I want the listener to understand this is not just about California. If you don't live in California,
90% of the fentanyl that comes into the United States enters through ports of Los Angeles. Okay. Or I should say California ports of entry. Let me rephrase that. 90% of the fentanyl in the United States enters through ports of entry in California.
Oh my God, I thought it was actually the northern border.
It's both borders, but most is coming from the south. Although I've heard that's actually shifting towards like biker gangs in Canada, like producing fentanyl, because it's very cheap to produce.
Okay, but nothing in comparison to what's coming across.
Look, I mean, we can get into a lot of aspects of the. This is a book about crime. I should specify.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many angles to what is wrong with California. But my story is about crime, and I believe that it's very It began with a personal experience.
Go.
So in 2023, as
the temp search arrives, I get that familiar urge to refresh my closet. But I am done wasting money on trendy pieces that I wear once, which is why I'm obsessed with Quince. The clothes are timeless, elevated, built to last, no insane markup. I'm talking about 100% European linen shorts and dresses that start at just $30. Italian leather platform sandals, luxe swimwear that looks straight off a runway but costs half of what you'd expect. Quince partners directly with top-tier factories, cutting out the middleman so you get designer quality at a price that actually makes sense. And they only work with ethical, responsible manufacturers who care about people and the planet. Personally, I stocked up on the linen tees and the tanks, and believe it or not, a killer summer dress. Occasionally, I do wear dresses. And honestly, it finally feels like my wardrobe matches my standards. Upgrade your wardrobe at quince.com. Luxury should never mean compromise. Team, give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/Jillian for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Jillian to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Jillian. Right now, the headlines are chock full of data breaches and regulatory rollbacks, making us all vulnerable. But you can do something about it. DeleteMe is here to make it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online. DeleteMe knows your privacy is worth protecting. Sign up and provide DeleteMe with exactly what information you want deleted, and their experts take it from there. DeleteMe isn't just a one-time service. DeleteMe is always working for you, constantly monitoring and removing the personal information you do not want on the internet. For me, I feel so much more secure knowing that my personal info has been wiped from the web. Simply because I don't get all the robocalls, I worry far less about identity theft and so much more. So take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe. Now, at a special discount for our listeners, today get 20% off your DeleteMe plan by texting Jillian to 64000. The only way to get 20% off is to text Jillian to 64,000. That's Jillian to 64000. Message and data rates may apply.
Family house in Santa Monica was burglarized sort of home invasion style 2 nights in a row on one weekend by an MS-13 gangster, illegal alien, a dreamer, who had served 7 years in California State Prison for gun crimes. And then immediately upon release from state prison in 2018, was deported by the Trump administration to El Salvador. He came back into the country during the Biden invasion and then began a crime spree in the fall of 2023, hitting dozens of houses all over LA County and in the north in Ventura County. He was ultimately only prosecuted and charged with 2 counts of these. What he did to me was never actually, there were no charges ever brought against him for that, for me. He even robbed a judge's house in LA, a judge who had presided over the Michael Jackson wrongful death case. But in Los Angeles County, under George Gascon, we had a situation of decriminalization of hosts of crime. Property crime in particular was considered basically a non-offense, and certainly nothing that the DA's office was going to take seriously. So he got sentenced in Ventura, because LA wouldn't take it, to 2 years, which I'm sure he'll serve less, and a $300 fine. So you think about that. If any one of us committed, tax evasion, we're going to go away for a lot longer than 2 years. Or if you were involved in at the Capitol on January 6th, you were in solitary confinement for 5 years. This guy had every indication that he was a murderer, and an MS-13 gangster. He had his face tattoos removed before he snuck back into the country when he was in El Salvador. So I realized that after this happened and the aftermath of it, and I learned these details from the officers, that this was just so profoundly awful and shocking to me, and shattered my perception of safety in a place like Santa Monica.
Can I? I'm sorry. I'm dying to jump in here.
Please.
Here's why. Same thing happened, except one night, not 2 in a row. Not a gang member, a criminal who, or maybe a gang member, but not illegal, as far as I ever came to understand it. Breaks into my house. We were home. Long story short, steals my bag, takes my car.
Did you encounter him?
No, and he was friggin' right behind me.
Wow.
So my dogs, we were actually waiting for the night nurse, which is why the door had been unlocked. And he went into the garage and down the side of our house and into through the balcony and into the kitchen. And the dogs were like, "Arr!" And I thought maybe they were growling at the night nurse coming in, and I didn't want them to wake up the kids because the kids were young. This was 10 years ago. And I'm like, guys, shut up. I was like, they're going to wake the baby. I just got him to sleep. And long story short, I wake up the next morning. My car's gone. Can't find my bag. Can't find my computer. Put it all together.
They stole your car too?
So they took my keys and they stole the car.
Sorry, when was this?
So this was probably 10 years ago. Okay. You can read about it in TMZ still to this day. But the part that's so bananas is he commits a series of robberies in my car, and then ends up in a high-speed chase with the police where they catch him with all this stolen stuff in my car. And he proceeds to tell them that he's my lover. Mind you, he'd just gotten out of jail a few days prior, okay? I'm also gay and openly gay, living with my wife and my newborn son and my newly adopted daughter in the house that I asked him to bring me cocaine so we could go wait, Chris, you're laughing, but here's where it gets crazy. So we could go party at the chateau.
When we talk about success in the health and wellness space, people usually focus on the product. Maybe it's killer protein powder, a sleek activewear line, a smart home workout program. But what most people don't realize is that the real magic often happens behind the scenes. Take some of your favorite brands like Alaya Naturals, Skims, or mine, for example. Yeah, I mean, we've got the products and the hype, but we're also using something that makes the selling part smooth and seamless. That business, the behind the scenes business, is Shopify. And nobody does better than Shopify at selling. Home to the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret weapon, Shop Pay, which boosts conversions by up to 50%. That means fewer carts get abandoned and way more sales actually go through. So if you're serious about scaling your business, your commerce platform better be ready to meet your customers where they are online, in-store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Because businesses that sell more, they sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Alaya and Skims use. Sign up for your free $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Jillian. That's shopify.com/Jillian, all lowercase. One more time, shopify.com/Jillian to upgrade your selling today. Active Skin Repair utilizes a molecule called hypochlorous acid. Now, when you apply it to the skin, the molecule works by mimicking the natural immune response to cleanse, soothe irritation, reduce inflammation, and support healing. Active Skin Repair can be used to treat a wide range of skin issues, including cuts, scrapes, burns, sunburns, diaper rashes, and other types of skin damage. And it's also safe and non-toxic, making it suitable for use on all skin types, all parts of the body, and you can even use it on rosacea, eczema, and acne-prone skin. With over 500,000 happy customers, thousands of 5-star reviews, and ingredients so safe and clean they can be used by the youngest member of the family to the oldest, you now have one simple solution for all of your family's skin health needs. So visit ActiveSkinRepair.com to learn more about Active Skin Repair and to get 20% off your order. Use the code Jillian. Again, that's ActiveSkinRepair.com and the code is Jillian. Choose Function because it's the only health platform that gives you access to the kind of data most people never see and the insights to take effective action. Inside Function, you can test over 160 biomarkers, from heart and hormones to toxins and inflammation, even stress. You can also access multi-region MRI and CT scans, and they're all tracked in one secure place over time. It's a near 360 view to see what's happening in your body, and that's why top health leaders like Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, Dr. Jeremy London, they're all behind Function Health. This is why I love Function Health. And you know what else? Lab visits are fast and convenient at 2,000 plus locations across the U.S. Just $499 a year, that's $1.37 per day for cutting-edge health insights. What sets Function apart? All the results are tracked over time in one secure place, so you see how your health evolves. Insights come from top doctors based on your unique results. These could cost over $10,000 if you did it on your own, and there are no perverse incentives. Function doesn't push supplements or pharmaceuticals. It's just powerful, unbiased health data designed to help you own your health. Learn more and join using my link, and the first 1,000 people get $100 credit towards their membership. Visit www.functionhealth.com/Jillian or use the gift code Jillian at sign up to own your health.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure to let me know what guests you want to see on in the future.